large-ass cruise ships has so many different stories, but the ones that always stood out to me were things that went horribly wrong. Which is why today we're looking at more than 20 Reddit stories ranging from pipes bursting to even pirates taking fire at the cruise ship. Speaking of, somebody shot the navigation bridge off... Somebody shot the navigation bridge off the ship from the shore on my last ship. The bullet bounced off and hit my colleague on one hand. No real damage, but it scared the hell out of her. Ended up going home for a few weeks. Oh my gosh, I understand. Who would shoot at a ship? I wonder why they would shoot at a ship. Maybe they're like angry, like, oh, these ships. I am on this isolated island. I paid much money to be able to be isolated on this island. And these ships is kind of like trains going past every day. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm gonna shoot them so that they learn their lesson and try to stay away from here. I wonder if we shot more. Or I wonder if the cops would have come. I mean, I can't understand the frustration. You get an island just so you can be alone and like no company at all. Like you're an extreme introvert, and every day you hear beep beep, whew, whatever ship sound like. Piracy is still a very main thing to this day and age. Oh, what did they do? Did they steal the ship? What did pirates even do? Oh, God, matey, shiver me booty. Oh, I guess that there's like a lot of food on the ship that they maybe want. I don't know. I feel like they should have... Do they not have like guards on the ships or something like that for those situations? They need to get themselves some swords so they can protect the ship. Yeah, actually, yeah. Why did we ever remove cannons from ships if pirates still exist? I believe we should have cannons to protect our ships. Where are the cannons? Release the cannons! Because cannons are really inaccurate. Well, I feel like we could upgrade cannons. We have so much technology now. We just have like a missile launcher. We should just have like or rocket launcher. There we go. That's what I wanted. We could have rocket launchers on boats. And then shoot pirates. And then I believe that the pirate occupancy will get unoccupied pretty fast after that. And who would be in charge of those? The passengers, of course. You know how in theme parks they have these little things like water cannons? They can just go around like escort people with the water while they're like going on their water rides. We should have it like that, so you can just like go up to it, like shoot whenever you see a pirate coming. Water pipe burst in a storeroom and soaked all of the spare toilet paper. This was on a 2-day of a 14-day voyage to Antarctica. The cabin steward had to swap around rolls of paper between low-use and high-use guest cabins. So, wait, did they just know which cabins use a lot of toilet paper? And it came right down to the wire. None of the guests find out or realize now toilet paper is hidden in every cabin instead of a centralized location. Did they just take note of everyone who uses toilet paper? Like, oh yeah, this cabin, they've been asking for the toilet paper like every single hour from us. I don't know even what they're using the toilet paper for. But they're using it like, oh, like heavens. They're tracking my bathroom breaks. Yeah, actually, there's a sensor on the flush button, and they track however much you flush. And based on that, they try to estimate how much toilet paper you use. But joke's on them. I never use toilet paper, so they will never be able to track me. Jokes to you, I don't flush. Oh, that's even a smarter strategy. But like, if you don't flush, then and you use toilet paper, then they won't reimburse you. They won't give you more toilet paper. They're like, But you don't go to the... Why are you using toilet paper for, huh? Are you cleaning the walls with them? Are you eating the toilet paper? Next one. I provide software and services for most of the major cruise lines. I spend a lot of time cruising on the new builds is when you see a lot of crazy stuff happening. When a brand new ship is built, they have to go through what is called sea trials. Oh, like a challenge. This is a full systems check for multiple reasons, biggest ones being safety, emissions, and engine navigation and testing. This happens without passengers and a lot of stuff breaks usually. They will list the ship, lean it all the way to one side as hard as they can and hold position while doing a circle or figure-8 pattern in the water. Oh my gosh. This ship, oh my gosh. Well, I guess that's good to know that, you know, the ship can withstand a bunch of things that they throw on the ship. I had a 600-pound wine cooler, fully stocked, fall face down from 12 inches away from me while installing a PC at a bar. It felt like a stick of dynamite exploding from the pressure of all the bottles hitting and simultaneously breaking. Oh, that actually sounds really satisfying. Have you seen those TikToks of people like throwing bottles downstairs? I wonder if it would be like that. That's kind of nice. I froze staring at it, and as I started to come out of the initial shock, 4 security crew members came running around the corner. No one else was around except me and about 10,000 in broken wine. And the cooler wasn't cheap either. I just stuck my hand in the air. Like, I don't know what happened. I slowly exited the scene. I'm pretty sure if I was standing 1 foot to the right, it wouldn't have been pretty for me. Found out the yard workers forgot to bolt it down as per protocol. Okay, well at least it was not his issue. It was not his fault, at least. But yeah, it sounds really satisfying though. Like, especially since it was not his fault. That must have felt really nice. Like, oh, you get to hear 10,000 worth of wine smashing into pieces, and it wasn't yours, and it wasn't your fault. It's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. And you don't have to clean it up either. You know, this is why I watch those videos of the bottles going down the stairs, because, you know, it's not my issue. It's not my things. I don't have to clean it. It's just satisfying. Okay, another story from the same person. One story that comes to mind with passengers, travel agents, and family was the first sailing out of the yard. The ship can hold about 4,500 passengers. She's a big girl and she has 5 to 6 massive engines to power it. About 3 hours into the sail away, I heard a loud thump and a massive vibrations all around. I was in an empty restaurant and saw plates and cups crashing to the ground from the vibrations. Oh, you know, when I was on a cruise ship, during the night, for some reason, the ship started vibrating so furiously. I have no idea what that was. So I mean, we survived. I was really scared though. Then the night, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna die. Well, I guess I'll just go back to sleep because there's nothing that I can do about it. And if I'm gonna die, I would rather it be in my sleep. So I just went back to sleep, scared, and then I woke up. And I was so happy to be alive. I was like, oh my gosh, we for sure hit like an iceberg or something like that. My first thought is to always see how the crew reacts. If they are calm, you can stay calm. If they freak out, you better start moving. I could see some concern, but they continued on with their business. So I followed their lead and continued doing my work too. About 3 to 4 hours after that, another loud thump and even more vibrations. Then silence. After speaking with a few crew members found out that we lost 2 engines on the initial incident. And now we just lost the rest. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, good thing that the boat isn't like a plane. And you don't really need the engines to stay afloat. Whatever the reason was, we lost complete propulsion, and this beast of a ship was going to wherever the ocean wanted it to. Okay, actually that's kind of scary. You're gonna go into the middle of the ocean, and how will rescue ships find you? Well, I guess they do have like a tracker on them. Passengers were notified that we will be running late, but they continue having fun and drinks were on the house. I should have been there. It should have been me! No other info was given. Smart to avoid panic. About 12 hours later, a helicopter was at scene. Early AM hours. Above us, dropping down crates of engine parts. And a short time after that, we had propulsion again. And passengers had no idea why we were delayed and didn't seem to care. Oh, that's good. Give away the free alcohol so people will stay calm. How'd they lose 2 engines? Yeah, I wonder if there was like some kind of engine fire. Maybe my ship lost engines too. Maybe that's why we were vibrating. Okay, next one. All of the computer systems run on Windows 7, including all of the automation in the machinery, space, security system, fire detection. Wait, Windows 7? Where are like Windows 11 now? Okay, yeah, I guess it is 8 years ago, so... When Windows updates, it will restart the computers as it does with a normal desktop. Unfortunately, it can also take out every computer at the same time, and we're flying blind until it finishes. Oh god. Can you just like not do like, oh, can we do the update later? Do you have to do it right now? And also, fires happen occasionally. The most terrifying was a crankcase. I don't know what a crankcase is. A crankcase explosion. The fire suppression systems are good at extinguishing them quickly enough, though, so they're not even a concern to the crew unless Windows is updating at the same time. Oh god. Oh, okay, so whenever I want to start a fire on a boat, I have to wait until a Windows update. Got it. I wonder how they handle Windows 11 if the boats like update to Windows 11, because Windows 11 has a lot of ads. So imagine you're just trying to steer your ship and then you just get a bunch of Windows pop-up ads. Maybe I shouldn't be on a boat anymore. Maybe I should just refrain from boats now. Another story. I worked on a ship almost 15 years ago. Many stories. This happened to a friend of mine. A family came on. They had a teenage son who was not interested in the cruise. As soon as the family got to their room, he jumped off his balcony, which is insanely dangerous. Oh gosh, what, did he want to like swim back to shore? He's like, I don't want to be here. They fished him out and the family got kicked out the trip. Makes sense. Imagine I was like, I don't want to be on this trip. I'm gonna leave when they cannot chase after me. That is actually kind of a smart tactic to do. Another fact, there is a small jail-like area called a brig. On my boat, it was on the crew floor, and it had a one-way mirror. Usually, it was used for a drunk or distracted passengers. We once had an entertainer find out his ex was coming on the ship. That made him a little stabby. Oh, and they put him in the brig until the next port. Oh gosh, what? Oh god. Oh my gosh, imagine. Okay, next year, my goal will be to get in one of these jails. Oh my gosh, when I'm on the furry cruise, I'm gonna get into the furry jail. And I'm gonna tell you guys all about it, how that jail was. Viral content strategy. Yes, I'll document it as well. I'll bring my phone in secret. Next one. I worked on a cruise ships for 3 years. I got a lot of these kinds of stories, but here's my favorite one. Our ship workers got a call from a ship of a completely different cruise line, one of the coasts of Cozumel, Mexico. they found one of our passengers floating in the ocean. And no one knew that he had jumped off? He wasn't even near the shore at all, just floating in open water. He was alive and perfectly fine. Poor guy! I'm glad they found him! Oh, they revived the security footage, and in the middle of the night, this guy was drunk on deck 5 and could be seen holding his phone, dancing to music by himself. And then he climbed onto the lifeboats and did a running jump into the ocean. He left his phone on top of the lifeboat. His body was so fluid from being drunk that he wasn't injured when he hit the water. The cruise ship spotted him and rescued him. His family didn't know that he was missing because he had booked a separate room. Oh my gosh! Oh, he was auto farming. You know, that's content. Maybe he left his phone behind so he could film himself. He was jumping off. I wanna see that video. This guy told the news that a rogue wave pushed him off the side of the ship. He was on deck 5, so the wave would have been over 40 feet tall. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that they have the security footage. Please tell me that you sent in the security footage to the news site. That would have been so funny. He's like, tell the news, like, oh yeah, I was on this boat, and there was this wave that pushed me off. It was so traumatizing. And the news are like Ellen. Like the Ellen show, like, well, actually, I saw that this happened. Show the footage. And then they show his footage of him just dancing, being drunk, and yeeting himself off a lifeboat. Another one, I was playing a production show guitar. I was standing on a stage with a wireless unit alone to play Purple Rain. And then all of a sudden, the house lights came on and the curtains closed. Everyone in the audience looked at me and I ran off stage. Turns out a sewage pipe burst backstage and there was poop everywhere. Show was cancelled and the passengers did not find out why. Oh my gosh! I'm glad that no one got soaked in it. That would have been terrifying. We had to stop in the middle of Purple Rain too because a dancer fell off the rotating motorcycle and then his head blacked out. Oh gosh. I feel like Purple Rain has a curse that something has to rain while it is being played. Sewer water raining. I mean, I guess it would be like, what do you call sewer water? Grey water. It was like grey rain, right? Next one. I was a cruise ship worker for a few years, and on a route between two cities, there was a really bad storm. So a few minutes after the passengers got off, the storm got so rough that the ship was ripped off the docks and drafted out to sea. Oh my gosh. Because it takes quite a while to start up the engines. It took some time until we got back to the harbor. Oh, thank God they got back. Were there people on there? Not really dangerous, but if it had happened while the passengers were deboarding, it could have gone badly. I wonder if the passengers were on the boat or they had already deboarded the ship. Hopefully they already took off. Though, I feel like if it was during the night, everyone would be sleeping anyway. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what happened. I felt like the boat moving a little bit. It must have just been the waves. Oh, look! This happened in Sweden a few years back. I don't know enough about engines to explain why they take so long to start up, but the people calling... There's an article about the incident in Swedish. Oh, Viking Line! Oh my gosh, it can happen to me. I could be on a boat and it just like floats away. Okay, next one. My buddy's right next to me. We work on boats together, but he used to work on a cruise ship. This is what he says. I have plenty of oh no moments, but I'll give you my biggest oh no moment. We were stuck in the docks of Amsterdam for over 4 hours and no indication of what was going on. After a few hours had passed, the captain came on the PA system, and the reason is that we didn't leave was because there was a live mine from World War II 1 kilometer from the front of the ship. Oh my gosh. Well, oh my gosh, I guess that there are a lot of mines in like the ocean still. Oh gosh. How did it know though? How did it know that there was a mine there? I mean, I would understand, like, because sometimes boats, they have like this system that can tell you when there's like rocks in the water. But I feel like that would only like, oh, there's an object here. I don't feel like it would be like, oh, it's actually a mine here. Unless someone else knew that there was a mine there and, you know, pinged all the ships like, oh, by the way, we just found a mine here. You better be careful. There's a good chance it was a deep sea mine that broke its line and floated over. Oh, that makes sense. Oh yeah, maybe then the military knew about it. They're like, oh, this is our mine that we have for, you know, Russian submarines or whatever. And they're like, oh, we have a tracker on it actually, so you better be careful. It's right here now. A lot of modern sonar, even ones for hobby use, are able to show basically the exact shape of things. Oh, okay. That makes sense then, because then they would know kind of like what a mine looks like. The next one says fires. I worked on a cruise for 2.5 years and we had 3 major fires. They were all in crew areas and were controlled and extinguished by our awesome fire team. The passengers never knew what happened, and only that their waiter had to leave in the middle of the dinner service. People don't realize how much training the crew members go through to handle these situations. They will never know that their waiter just helped save the whole goddamn ship. Oh gosh, they're heroes, honestly. Though, I mean, in my case, I would prefer for the fire to be there because, you know, I put it there really like diligently and like I took care of it, I crafted it. So I don't really know why they would need to remove my little fires that I put around, but I guess they're meanies. Probably not going to get a lot of answers. I know at least Carnival makes their employees pay for the internet. And I was talking with some crew and they were asking about current events and politics because they almost cut off because of how expensive the internet is. Oh, imagine! You could just be like a murderer and no one would know on the ship because they don't have internet. That's so rude though! Imagine that they don't know anything that's going on. Imagine like the end of the world was happening and they wouldn't even know. Next one, a pipe burst and flooded the kitchens. It was a waste pipe. The kitchen? It was a waste pipe. So we had to throw everything out and get a sanitation company to meet us at our next port and go out and buy all new inventory. We gave our vouchers for food. But if we had been further from port, that would have been awful. Oh, I'm glad that they were able to get a sanitation crew in there fast. It seems like it's an often occurrence that all the ship's pipes keep exploding all the time, specifically the waste pipes. I wonder if it is because everyone is just like using so much toilet paper or like putting in things in the toilet that they should not be putting in. Oh, like clogging the whole system so they explode. But yeah, I am so glad. I mean, at least not that I know of that any pipes got burst during my trip. Though, well, maybe they did, because I will say there was one room that when you walked past, it smelled like it was one corridor even. It was that far that it smelled like absolute waste. And it was like, oh my gosh, who pooped on the floor? So, you know, maybe it did burst on my ship as well. And thankfully, it was not too close to our cabin. So, oh my gosh, the smell went away pretty fast though. So I feel like they fixed it pretty fast. We were on a family cruise and had a wonderful dinner. We were trying to get back to our room as we got to our door and headed down the hallway. There was a new dead end. A wall had appeared and separated us from a room. We were told we had to go to the opposite way and go around and another hall on the other side of the boat. As we walked, we noticed many new walls. Once we got to the other side, the floor was wet and one of the new walls was leaking water from behind it. It took us 20 minutes to navigate the newly built labyrinth. We were so worried that we were taking on water, we could barely sleep all night. Oh my gosh, I entered the back rooms. Oh my gosh, this is an infinite labyrinth. We are never getting out. I wonder how... That must be really scary though. If the ship starts sinking and there's a bunch of walls that you have to navigate throughout. You're stuck in a labyrinth while the Titanic is happening. Bear with me, as the details of this are pretty fuzzy. I played in the show band for a ship once. We were in Brazil and was supposed to be back on the boat by 6 p.m. sharp. As we were leaving port at 6:30, most of the band is stumbling drunk back to the dock, and about 5:30, when music director gets a call. Hello? As he's listening, his face drops, turns white, and begins to boil red. Oh. What in the ever-loving? Don't say a goddamn word. I am on my way. Before any of us could ask what happened, MD takes off in full sprint out of the docking area. The band mostly tended to hang together, but on this particular day, keyboard player wasn't with us. KP was a notorious partier and often a pretty sloppy drunk and reckless. Not knowing how else to help, the rest of us boarded, went through security and informed the security guys that MD just took off and neither he or KP had made it back yet. We headed down to the crew bar for more drinks and had to wait out MD and KP. 6 o'clock came, and then 6:30, and then 6:40, and the ship hadn't moved yet. This was pretty strange, seeing as the crew waits for no one. If you're not boarded by 6, you're staying on your own. Finally, the ship starts to depart at 6:45, and we catch MD rolling into the crew bar. It turns out KP tried to buy drugs from an undercover cop in Brazil. Oh my gosh, what are the odds of that, of it being an undercover cop? So MD went to the station, bailed his butt out, and they just walked. Again, I'm completely fuzzy on the details, but I do know that security, hotel operations, and the passengers never found out exactly why they were late, and KP stayed on ship every time he made a port in Brazil from 10 hours. Oh, he's banned from Brazil. One of our waiters had to go to the back room really bad, but it was during the dinner rush, so the supervisor told him to wait. He ended up running out of the restaurant and pooping his pants on the way out and left a trail behind him. Well, oh gosh. Well, I feel like you should have told him, oh, I really need to poop. I'm gonna poop myself if I can't. And maybe the supervisor would have allowed him. Oh, I wonder how bad it smelled in the entire restaurant after that. That must have been awful. Oh, next one. Heard this one from a friend who worked the cruise ships in the 80s. So this was one of those mainly senior citizens, and an older gentleman passes away while lying on one of the outside sunbeds. Luckily, one of the officers was first to notice and quickly called over 2 South American staff members whose English was less than perfect. He tells them, "Get rid of that quick before anyone sees it." The officer, meanwhile, tracks down the gentleman's partner, and after consoling her through her grief, she asks to see the body. He takes her to the refrigerator, where they keep people who pass away, and it's empty. He calls the ship's doctor, who knows nothing about anybody. Now furious, the officer hunts down the 2 staff members who moved the body. He finally finds them and goes ballistic. Where the hell is the body? They look at each other, and one of them says, "You say get rid? We get rid." The officer is now confused. "What are you talking about?" In answer, the man makes a throwing over the railing motion. In hindsight, I wish I'd asked my friend what they told his wife. They threw him overboard. In what world? I wonder if they got it back, first of all. And then in what world? What kind of person would think that, like, yeah, he definitely wants to throw this guy overboard? Do they not know that they have, like, a specific room for it? This is why clear communication is important. Yeah. I really hope they found him. It's likely they thought get rid was used in the same way you get rid of trash. Yeah. Well, you shouldn't throw trash overboard either. That's pollution. Next one. I haven't worked on a cruise, but I did go to this Disney cruise in February. Obviously, we knew this happened, since I can tell a story. As an aside, the cruise was amazing, and even thought Disney cruises cost more. Ours was entirely done with reward points. Ooh, really get me some reward points. The ship never had lines for anything, and the staff was beyond incredible. Anyway, a small electrical fire broke out in the cabin. Down the hall from us, it's jolting being woken up on a cruise by a general alarm and opening the cabin door to see a crewman sprinting down the hall with a fire extinguisher. The ship's captain quickly walked past us as well, with a couple of officers flanking him. A few minutes later, they had crews stationed throughout the ship halls, explaining to everyone what had happened, and that everything was fine. The family that had been in the cabin got moved elsewhere, and the next port, it seems like they brought in extra people to clean the floor to remove the smell. It was mild anyway. I wonder if they got upgraded to like a suit. Next one. My dad worked on a cruise liner in the 80s when it was in the Falklands as a troop carrier. It was nearly sunk by French missile fired by the Argentinians. I believe it was closer than 100 meters before it was destroyed. Why does people keep shooting ships? Another time, one of the engines discovered a fire in the engine room. And so, as not to cause too much of a panic by sounding the alarm, he ran around the mid-deck shouting, "Fire!" in the main engine room, and then ran back downstairs. Finally, another fire that was discovered by a boiler technician who was not on duty and drunk, put it out with his makeshift male firefighting equipment. Wait, did he pee on it? Did he pee on it? Is this what this means? Makeshift male firefighting equipment. He peed on it. He peed on it. Well, I feel like you shouldn't pee on fires, honestly, as well, because if it is an electrical fire, then you will get electrocuted, and that's not so nice through the pee. Oh, Norway! Habs and I went to the Oriana on the top of Norway for our honeymoon this February and March. Totally recommended. But when we were in Alta, some 70 degrees north, it was -15 during the day and got down to -27. Both nights when we were there, pretty cold. In fact, so cold that the poor old girl had her pipes freeze. The electrics... I thought they meant the real girl first. The electrics go out, They were cooking lunch in the dark using guys with torches. Like, wait, torches as in British torches, which is flashlight? Or do they have actual fire torches? Captain Gray even said later that he had checked Oriana's logs and she had never endured colder than -10 in Atlanta before then. Then, worse as we were heading back south and hit the North Atlantic current, which was -6, and so melted all those frozen pipes. Some flights of stairs and a little mini buffet were closed because of water damage, and they did say on disembarkation, if you're a plumber, please stay. I hope that the plumbers got extra pay for working in plumbing. I worked on a passenger ferry. We found some guns being smuggled into the country. Had to keep that quiet. Kind of hard to do though with police dogs aboard. Why did you have to keep it quiet? I feel like police... okay, maybe I thought that maybe like, we had to keep it quiet from the police. But maybe like the police and the police dogs went onto the ship because of the guns? Maybe? Gosh, I hope they didn't try to hide it from the police. Like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get sued. We're gonna have to do a lot of paperwork if they find out these guns are here. I know a little late, but I had such a good one for this. One of our spa attendants lost it. I mean, seriously lost it. He had worked for a ship for years and was slowly building a kill list of employees that he had been planning to kill. He was slowly sending himself a gun in pieces so that he wasn't caught by ship security in incoming packages. I was nearly done when his roommate found the list. Why? Of employees? Why? What could possibly... co-workers... I mean, like, sure, there are some bad co-workers sometimes, but what could they have done to earn being shot? That must have been crazy! God dang it, I'm glad that they were able to get caught. But, like, having such a thought-out plan as well...